Like, some people will just, I mean, not to overanalyze a movie, but if you're, like, watching a movie and it's got, like, all right, I'll use a very derivative example. Not to say he hasn't made good movies, but like an Adam Sandler movie, I could pretty much pitch those, and I'm nowhere near like a cinematographer, but like it's super obvious, like the plot is about the same. And to be fair, the joke is with the Adam Sandler movies is a lot of it is since he's the producer and he casts all his friends, he does it half the time. He just produces a movie for fucks for just for fucks because like it's like, hey guys, it's been a long time since we've been to like Bora Bora. You guys want to go and have a vacation in Bora Bora? Okay, we're setting a movie in Bora Bora. And like once I learned that, I respect a lot more of it. It's like, yeah, this movie might kind of be shit, but he probably did it for a vacation, and I respect the hell out of that. No, exactly, and I think that's wonderful because there are some older Adam Sandlers that I'm not like afraid to say I enjoyed, and like the one that I like nobody seems to have watched or didn't like that much. I really liked Little Nicky. I thought Little Nicky was hilarious. Um, Hitler and them pineapples, but like because people can knock Sandler for being like it's like, oh, he's a hack, it's this and this. It's like, well, he's very successful and like he knows what he's about and like even but like just to use his movies as an example, like if you made like if he suddenly made like a movie where it every time the plot should normally go one way, he completely takes it another direction. You can make a successful subversion of expectation, whether that's conscious or unconscious. And it creates more interest. The unexpected can create a lot more steam for your movie and put a lot more into it because it really can capture attention. It's a good hook to subvert cliches. And sometimes it's just a damn breath of fresh air. It's like that's actually how some of how oh fuck what's it called DreamWorks, was it DreamWorks, Pixar. That's how part of Pixar was founded. Is there's a formula. There's a formula for Disney of like this is how you write a Disney classic, and like they took that formula and then they said we're doing none of these things. Like one of the biggest ones for Pixar was every Disney movie. It's like there's got to be some sort of either romantic like subplot or romantic context. They're like, nope, we don't do romance. We don't do couples. We don't need that. We don't fucking need that. We're doing other things. And it worked for him because Disney had dominated the animation field, and so like every movie that was like big was a Disney movie, so you knew what to expect going into them. And then Pixar took a huge fucking left turn with that and was like, yeah, but what about this? And people loved it. People still love it. And there were just some really great creative guys at that place because like a lot of movies, like I forget how many, but it was like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc. Like all these movies were pitched at the same like lunch. Like they were just like, yeah, spitball some ideas, and they just came up with all these. They're like, fuck it, these sound like great ideas. Let's make some movies. And just a subtle nod to them, if I can say that, like animating the bloopers, like taking all that extra time to do that shit, it meant so much, and it really creates like all right, to move away from horror, we talk about fantasy. It creates that suspension of disbelief, especially for little kids. Like, 100%, I agree with you, Senator, on that. Is like, don't don't do yourself a disservice, even if what you make is like if the only thing I ever manage like after like say I put my whole life working into like learning how to make video games or this and that, and I just make like like a little free like or like 99-cent game that's like only 30 minutes of playtime, but like it's polished to shit and like I am proud of it. Like there you go, you can hold that out and be like, I made this. Never try to push things out that you can't like that you wouldn't publicly say I made this. Well, I shouldn't say that because there's like some things that you can make that you should not talk about in public, but in the correct circumstances, you should be able to be proud of your work. So yeah, as long as you put your heart and soul and good intent into it, that is absolutely the best way to make things. Um, but yeah, so like with Pixar, with the animating of the bloopers, like that seems like such a little thing. Like, you know, there are a few minutes at the end of the movie. It's like when you actually get into how much time and detail it takes to produce like one fucking second of their movies, it's like, wow, why would you spend all that money on that? It's like, because it's art at the end of the day. Like, if you're making a movie or any kind of art and you're only doing it for profit, you are missing a huge part of the soul of what it is to be art.